Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and of course, it's a great day as always in crypto. Whether it's up or down, there's always opportunities for people. And of course, we're going to be talking about the crypto bull market run ahead. Now, timing's a little tricky, but it's definitely looking good for 25, and particularly I think epic for 26 actually. So it's going to be a lot of fun there too. We've got some big price calls for this year. So we're talking probably 150 250 this year, with the outside chance of 400. But let's say 150 250 seems pretty reasonable. So we're going to get into all of that. So if you're into that, let's go, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Now we've got, as in crypto, you always have a bit of drama. And of course, we're going to be talking a little bit about that. And we're also going to be talking about people trying to make things good, make things right. So that's all coming up as well. We're going to be talking about Emit Farm again. You got to get on that early because that's the next big thing launching on Pulsechain. Also, PUSD Algo, we're going to be talking about that. That is the real PDI. And so we've been talking about that for over a year. That requires a Signum and Oracle to launch, and that's launching on the, what did he say? I think the 11th of April, I think it was the date. So that's exciting. That's getting there. And once that happens, PUSD Algo is coming as well. So this will be a lot of fun. Now, I just want to do a big shout out over to Rumble there. I had a really great crowd over in Rumble. Man, you guys are awesome. And of course, if you're new to the channel, smash the follow button, hit the like button, and looking forward to growing the community over in Rumble. We've only just been there since Saturday week ago, and looking forward to growing there. Now, obviously, we're covering crypto, politics, and other topics like that. So it's a lot of fun. And a big shout out to everybody on YouTube as well. Long-time supporters there. So we're going to get into it without further ado. We're going to check out the markets. Before we do that, though, I have added in the Emit. That is, you provide liquidity in Pulsechain V2, and then you go and take your tokens, your LP tokens, and put them in a farm. That is coming up. And of course, all you have to be over there is engaged. Hit up the up and join up. It's basically this is a join up link. So just go and join the Telegram. And of course, just say Superman sent you and start asking some questions about the farm coming. It's going to be launching very soon. And if you can get any bonus points, that's exciting. Now, they do have the NFT, of course, up and running. So the NFT is also available. That's 1 million pulse per NFT to give you a booster. And you can ask questions in the Telegram. That's they've got a great moderated team there for that. All right, big shout out to Kairos and the team over at Emit Farm. All right, launching very soon. So definitely. Now, say hi. Good to see you, Crypto League. Big shout out to you. Loving that name, by the way. That looks pretty cool. AKA Crypto Nene. Nice, like that. Hi. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the shop at the moment. So if you guys haven't joined the Crypto Night Show Discord, it's a private Discord. Really great people in there. It's a private Discord. And we keep out all the riffraff and spammers and stuff like that. We've got all the information. We've got a crypto helpline. We talk about politics, society, many other topics. We've got a great bunch of highly integrity people there, and so it's a wonderful place to spend chatting on social media. So definitely join up to that. It's only $12.50 a month, so it's really good value. And I encourage you to join and become part of our community today. We also have a crypto strategy club that's $35 a month, where we pass intel in there just about every single day. So it's well worth joining up to, especially if you're busy. And we've got a great bunch of people in the strategy club, very highly intelligent and informed people in crypto. So definitely join up to that as well, only $35 a month. And that includes the community membership there as well. All right, so kind of cool. Let's jump over to let's look at where we are at the market. So I'm going to jump over to the market here. And we've got the stock market today. We're going to briefly go through that. We've had 2 wonderful days, haven't we? Or 3, actually. No, 2 days. Monday, Tuesday was very green. We had some nice gains on the stock market. Today, we've got a little bit of a pullback because of tariffs again, right? So Trump signing more tariffs again today ahead of Liberation Day, which is on the 4th of April. That's when all the reciprocal tariffs come in. So S&P 500 ends lower as tech retreats on growing tariff jitters. Trump tariff out today. So we got the Dow down 1/3%, 132 points, down to 42,454. Now remember, the Dow Jones has got about 30 of the top American industrial firms in it. Just gives you kind of a bellwether view of the economy. S&P 500 is down 1.1%, 64 points to 5,700. And the NASDAQ, with all the tech companies, is down 2% today. Pretty decent down day after 2 good up days. That's down 372 points at 17,900 at the moment. So that's kind of where we are. The US dollar slightly strengthening again up to 104.3 versus its trading partners. And of course, the commodities, let's have a quick look at that. We got West Texas is up slightly, 13 cents to $69.78, and Brent oil per barrel is down 16 cents to $73. So there we go. We've got gold at the moment sitting at 3,057. Obviously, breaking 3,000 was a big deal, and 3,500 is what Morgan Stanley has for this year for gold now that it's broken over that resistance. Silver at $34.20, and we're expecting big things for silver, potentially up to $75 as well this year. So we'll see how that goes. Now, obviously, big tech dragged the broader market lower, with NVIDIA Corporation leading the sell-off as tariff uncertainty continued to weigh in on sentiment. Sentiment on NVIDIA was also hurt by concerns about China demand after the Financial Times reported that Beijing's new energy efficiency rules could prevent Chinese companies from buying NVIDIA's best-selling processors. The slump in Tesla's followed 5 straight days of gains after CEO Elon Musk all hands meeting that helped reassure investors. So that was pretty cool. And of course, tariff worries as well. We also had Donald Trump there could impose new tariffs on auto imports as soon as Wednesday. And of course, that announcement is ahead of April 2nd. Of course, he signed that earlier today, as I understand. I've got the video for that. I'm going to post that on the channels afterwards. So it's kind of where we are there as well. I'll probably be more lenient than reciprocal, because I was reciprocal, then that I would have been very tough for people. That would have been very tough for people there. So he says that we won't have too many exceptions to the levies. So there we go, Liberation Day for the United States, and a little bit of panic for the other countries, so to speak. It's kind of where we are there on the markets. That brings us into crypto. We might change our view, of course. Let's change our view to crypto. Bam. And of course, we've got Bitcoin now $87,000, down 0.5%. Bitcoin dominance at 59.65%. So it's gone up a little bit. And of course, we've got ETH there at $2,012. That was up about $2,070 around there. So it's definitely come down a little bit there, and we're down 2.6%. BNB is down 1.9% at the moment. You can see that. And of course, Solana down 4.3%. ADA down 2%. We got XRP down 3.9% at $2.35. And we do have some greens there. We've got Tron up 2.1% at 23 cents, and Pulsechain there at 6.7. So, there's a few greenies there amongst the red. Now, obviously, the title of the video is about the fact that we're going to have a crypto bull run ahead. That's not changed. Even though we got, markets go up and down, we've actually got Bitcoin at a very good location, right? So Bitcoin's very, very strong at 87. So I'm being pretty happy with that. Didn't capitulate down to 62, 63, which is what people were worried about. And of course, I had it going down potentially to 77K, which it kind of briefly hit, I think, for a moment. And then I had 73K after that. So we certainly haven't got down to 63. In fact, the market's looking pretty bullish, right? Because if we look at the Bitcoin chart here on Coinbase, we can see the fact that it's looking pretty good. So we've got the 200-day moving average. That's the orange line there. So this is Bitcoin on Coinbase. And then we have the yellow line, which is the 50-day moving average. So that's the short-term one. And we can see that we're still in a golden cross. In other words, we got on the golden cross some time back when the 50-day crossed over the 200-day. We almost had a death cross down here where the 50-day crosses below the 200-day. But now we have managed to hold it off. Looks like we're doing it again, managing to keep avert a death cross. And the market doesn't really want that, because if they're in a bull market cycle, they want us to keep going up. So we've got a market going up at the moment, and I'm feeling very, very bullish about it. So let's have a look. Let's zoom out of this context where actually Bitcoin is looking very good. But before we do that, let's just go through these numbers. So 200 days at $55,556, and the current market is 86,934, so 86,934. So we're actually above that in the middle, with the 50-day at 88,809. So that's where the 50 days. So we're sitting nice there, nice in the pocket, as we say. Now let's bring that forward into the Bitcoin halvings to give us an idea of this crypto and Bitcoin bull market ahead. Well, we can see all the halvings before, right? So we've got 2013, and we had a rally out of that pretty aggressive, straight out of the gate, as it were, and we had a breather and then another rally. We got all the way up to $764. Then the second halving there, we had the 18th, 2016, I should say. We had obviously a bit of a dip when we came out of that halving, and then we just slowly ratcheted up all the way up to almost $20,000, right? It was like from 1,000, just under 1,000, almost to $20,000. A pretty amazing run there. And of course, then we zigzagged along there. Then we got to the 2020 halving, and then of course we started rallying out of there. We had a little bit of zigzag, a little bit of consolidation, but down, up and down, and then we rallied out of that all the way up to 50. 50 was it 53,000 or so, 58 I think it was, something like that. And then we came back down. We had a Judas candle, as Richard Hart would call it, up to 58,700 or so, and down we came. And we bottomed out at about 16,500, and then we've just sort of been trickling back up. Then we had our next halving, right, which is 2024, and we kind of zigzagged around there, came down a little bit there, bottomed out around what's got here around 59 or so, and then we've just rallied all the way up to 108,000, and then just pulled back. But we're getting ready probably for something like this coming up, right? So let's see what that might look like on the charts and overlay that. So we've got a cool overlay here, and let's pull this up. That is the overlay there. So just taking that kind of similar chart, but now overlaying it with bear market and bull market rallies. So you can see 2017, we have that bull market, bear market bottomed out, and then we have a bull rally, right? In 2021, we got that bull rally. We peaked out on that Judas candle there, and then we came down to the bear and then bottomed out. And now we're kind of in the bull market rally here, but it looks like we're only probably about halfway. We have had delay, of course, because of the Trump tariffs, and we've got Liberation Day coming up on the 2nd of April. But there's a very good chance, in my opinion, that we will be jettisoning up and to the right, because we've seen tons of evidence for it from the move to stable coins from Trump, the strategic Bitcoin reserve, the altcoin stockpile, and of course, we're now seeing all the states in the United States clamoring to get bills through to pass so they can invest as well. And we've also seen GameStop just yesterday. They've got a multi-billion-dollar portfolio racing, just announced that they're going into buy Bitcoin. So we've got tons of money coming into Bitcoin. We know that just the states alone potentially could buy a couple 100,000, maybe let's say 250 to 350,000 Bitcoin. And of course, we've also got huge stuff happening here with Michael Saylor and all the institutions are coming in as well with the ETFs. So it is game on. It's kind of the lull before the storm, a bit of the shakeout before the storm, before we get on to proceed to the real peak this year. And of course, we're talking about 150 to 250. that's what most analysts expect, like Tom Lee and others like that. So very, very excited there. We got the crypto sacks out there, very bullish about where we're heading here also. And we could see some even government money itself coming in with some budget neutral approach. But then again, they've got other pools of money that they can bring in as well. We see some bills going through also, as far as I remember, through Congress also. So pretty cool. And then we've got all the rest of the sovereign states that are all going to compete with the United States institutions and the individual states in America also. So it's going to be game on. We know Michael Saylor's very bullish about where this is heading, and I think so should we. So pretty exciting. And this chart, it's got kind of a bear market in 26. Now, I'm not so sure we'll see that. I kind of feel like we're going to have kind of elongated bull market, extended bull market rally under the golden age of America with President Donald Trump. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting to see that play out. Very cool indeed. All right, so that's kind of where we are on the bull market. So yeah, a crypto bull market, it run ahead, even though we're in this kind of crazy zone right now. I mean, if you've been in crypto for a long time, you've been in periods like this. It's a very messy waters, and we're looking forward to that big shining move. Probably, certainly after the Trump tariffs, we could see some counter move in crypto. Now, the other thing, of course, we may see interest rates come down, particularly if we get sort of a lighter recession type of vibe before we have that golden age of America. And then could also get monetary printing as well, and that will all flow into risk assets. So that would amplify all this institutional and sovereign state buying that we're going to be seeing. And then, of course, the retail book also jumps into when it's really near the peak, isn't it? So that is going to be fun to see. Just got to be more patient, keep accumulating some of the good quality assets. That's all we can say. And so very, very cool. Now, we're going to quickly talk about Pulsechain. Pulsechain at the moment, we've got day 684. We've got the price of Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0272, up 2%. Pulse 6 at the moment, quadruple 0228. That's kind of where we are at the moment, and that is down 4%. We've got incentive token down 2.6% at $1.40, and we've got the hex at the moment on Pulsechain. It's 6200th of a penny, down 7%, and EX at 1600th of a penny as well, down. Now, this is pretty amazing. Now, obviously, we're having a lot of fallout from the PDI maker theory, which is kind of imploded for the time being. A lot of people are looking for solutions. We've got Alex McFurther there providing insights into how that sets up. I posted a few posts myself on X about the PDI maker and the issues that are around it. You can check that out on the Kryptonite show. And of course, also we've got Maddie Allen out there looking for a fix as well. So we're going to talk about that, and hopefully we'll get some stability in the Pulsechain with that. Of course, there was leakages with the exploiter. People have tried to squeeze that. They closed some of those big pools down to prevent dumping and leaking in the Pulsechain ecosystem. And so I think that's we've just got to abide through that as a lot of the project teams decouple from the PDI pools. And of course, we also saw the maker website go down. You need a password to get into that now. So some pretty funny things going on there. We got obviously GoPulse there at 4.3 million beats. It's been very volatile with the PDI maker theory and a lot of other things going on there. We saw the Atropa dev yesterday dumping Atropa, and of course I think PDI possibly as well, and selling into Ethereum and bridging it over Livestream. So we've got some crazy stuff going on the chain, and I think that took out a couple $100,000 in ETH there. Now we've got obviously the validators ticking away there, 48,500 validators. Now at the moment, of course, David Fedder's out there. He provides validator support for people that want a dedicated validators. There are NFT alternatives, of course, that you can get into, and a few other pools like Haunted. He's got his own validating tokenomics there. Looks pretty good. And so there are all different ways of getting into validating on Pulsechain and just accumulating Pulse while all this drama goes on and waiting for that big bull market cycle, which we all know will come to Pulsechain in due course, along with the rest of crypto. Now, bridging at the moment, 87.3 million. So we are on our low at the moment, obviously taking the impact of the Atropa dev selling out here, James Maria. And that's kind of where we are, 87.3. Now, I'm looking at the PDI. PDI is definitely down about 250K, say 300K. So it's at 25. The ETH there, 6,800 must be down as well with the Atropa dev there using ETH. And of course, the prices are down also on ETH and Bitcoin slightly. So that's impacted the value of the bridge as well. And I'm not too sure about USDT, the USDC, because I don't really memorize those very well for some reason. And Hex is also down. So a lot of assets are down, and we had some capital move over the bridge. So there we are, down 87.3 at the moment. So that is kind of where we are. So we'll keep a look at that's kind of the health check for the chain, at least until we get more more stable coins, which we're looking forward to. Right now, see that the government's coming into stable coins is such a big deal. We see the Trump family's looking to make their own stable coin, right? That's going to be coming, USD1, I think it was called. And so that's coming. And of course, we got our own stable coins, all liquidity forks, USDL, PXDC, XDC. They're liquidity forks. They're collateral backed. So they're pretty cool. And that, just remember, the liquidity forks of this collateral backed may be used for Maddie Allen's solution that it's got with trying to make PDI holders, real or even. I'm not sure even why one would do that, because it's kind of like free market. And but they're doing it, so that's just what they're going. We got Coast as well. It's a bit like a government bailout, right? That's kind of like, well, do you really need to do it, or just let the market determine what goes on there? Then we got Coast as well, which is fiat based. It's got $9 million, which I think they've done a great team over at Coast. So big shout out to them, and of course, big shout out to Liquid Loans, Power City for delivering their stable coins as well. They deliver the product. But of course, we've got the big one coming, right? The real PDI is going to be PUSD Algo. And, I say it all the time because people just don't get it. Not some people get it, but a lot of people don't get it. So because they're all clamoring onto the PDI. But I think they're starting to work it out that, PUSD is probably going to be the solution for the chain there. And of course, we've got, let's go over to Maddie Allen's solution for the PDI plan. So Whale supported consensus plan for airdrop to fix PDI exploit. Well, it's not really fixing the exploit, right? It's just giving a substitution to substitute out the value there. So they're going to issue their own PDI ticker on the 1st of April. They've already done the snapshot after Richard Hart did his stuff about PDI not being any good. So yeah, snapshot already happened. So new buys do not qualify the airdrop. So they've had some Twitter spaces and stuff like that. Snapshot 1 block before Richard Hart supported tweet there. It's got the ID there as well during the game theory gang. Total supply based on whale and community verified change analysis airdrop will be public. Exploit gets nothing, of course. That's Mr. Dong. RH estimated holders will get 6 billion tokens. So it's about the supply. Contract address will be shared via Matty Allen live on stream. It will include whales that already agreed as well. So they've got some whale backing behind this project. So they'll probably provide the liquidity. OA may or may not dump the old tokens, provide liquidity, or buy fixed PDI. So we may see some support for that too. We'll see whether the OA comes in for that. True believers make some noise. So that's kind of the solution there coming out from Matty Allen. So that was good news. I think a lot of people, another free tokens, especially with PUSD getting slammed. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Now, what else we got? Let's jump up here. We got some more stuff coming from Matty about this. So they were, if you think about it, if you give PDI but you can't fix up the maker contract very easily, if at all, it's probably best just to fork the MakerDAO contract rather than trying to fix it, because you need control over the maker. You also need to reset the oracles, and you got a lot of problems with historical prices versus today prices. And of course, you need all the feeders. You don't have the feeders in history, right? So it's really, I don't even think a replay of the Maker would work. So certainly highly problematic. So that's kind of where we are there. Yeah, fixed PDI airdrop will be a PRC20 token and be compatible with the Liquidity fork. So it looks like they may very well move to a Liquidity fork and put the PDI possibly in there as the stable coin there. So we'll see what that means. That means it can go to $10 plus and mint its own side stable coin at $1 Genius. So that's kind of where they are going there with that. So that's how they're automatically going to peg it back to $1. It's using a Liquidity fork there and probably using PDI as the collateral. So it's very bullish for that environment from that point of view. How long that will take, probably at least several weeks, if not months, I would presume, to get that Liquidity fork up and running. We'll see how fast. It depends on who the team is running it and what experience they have. So kind of cool. That is where they are. So a pretty good solution there from the team. And apparently PDIs are being looked after by an angel because, it's not necessary to bail out the PDI people, is it? It's a bit like a government bailout. But hey, look, it's happening. And it's a pretty decent solution approach there. You're either going to fork Maker, which is a brand new thing. You're starting almost from the beginning. Or you're going to... or you're going to, I guess you could use the new PDI, or you're going to do Liquidity, which is what they're going with, a bit easier to do, right? So that's one way forward. But of course, that is not going to be as cool as PUSD Algo. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. And so that is where we are there on that. So let's jump over to, the Emit farm. Emit farm is coming up, and I've been talking about that a lot. So definitely get into that. That is the Telegram group to join there. And I'm not sure if we've got that over on Rumble, but I will probably paste the link in the comments there after the live stream for Rumble if you want to join up to that. And that will be there, right? So join up today. Just be engaged, ask some questions, say Superman sent you, and get some love over there, That big farm's coming up soon to Pulsechain, and I believe they're going to be doing quite a bit of promotions and stuff like that. So it should be pretty fun. All right, let's get into some of the other stuff that's going on. Now, obviously, we've talked about Emit Farm. Emit Farm's coming up there. You can get the NFTs right now. So I'll post that link as well. They're only 1 million pulse, so pretty good. And if you get into the Telegram, you'll get some extra bonus points, and they kind of multiply together and give you a bit of yield in the farm coming up. So pretty important participate in that. So it's the Emit Farm /NFT. So get involved there. And read the blog as well. They've got the blog on there. You can read about that. They've got the latest launch tokens and schedules. That's brand new. They've also got the introduced Emit NFT collection as well. That's one if you're going to get the NFT, I suggest you read that too. And then you can go and mint that NFT out, right? So very important there. That is the Emit Farm. So two things. That's where the information is. And of course, that is the link to join Telegram. Go there now and join up today. And of course, let's jump into, they've got this new article, so we might try and read that. The Emit launch is coming up soon. Let's take a look at how launch will go. So let's zoom in on that a bit and see if we can get that a bit bigger. So it's going to be 100,000 Emit tokens. And of course, 50,000 is going into initial liquidity, which is really great, right? And 50% go into initial liquidity. So it's going to be nice, juicy liquidity there. 15,000 will be airdrop allocation. So get into Telegram today. That's all I can say. Just get in there now, and of course, say that I sent you and get involved. And if you type in /link, you can get yourself your own Telegram referral to invite people along, and it just shows your engagement in the platform, really. So you may get some airdrop allocation there too. 10,000 is for the team allocation there for Karis and the team, doing a great job, and of course doing some good marketing promotions, things like that. 25,000 is for the DAO, so they're gonna have a long-term view with this project with the DAO allocation. So it's pretty cool. And then 5,000 is to marketing partners as well. So if you're out there wanting to promote, ask them whether you can help out. They'll ask you some questions, I guess, and get involved with that too. Obviously, in crypto, you got to promote everything, don't you? Promote. It's a bit like in real estate, location. Well, in crypto, it's promote. I think this will give us the best launch. The way the launch order will happen is as follows. There'll be a token launch party. We will be hosting a token launch party and introduce the token. At launch, the first thing will be the token initial liquidity added. So it's the first stage. I will do. Remember, it's a 50,000 token liquidity added. Remember, it's two sides. So I will do that. I will do this live in our launch party, and we'll share the token contract in our chart and our chart, as well as configure our buy bot. And of course, they're going to have a buy bot there too. We will have a biggest buy competition at launch as well. It will be a spectacle, the token launch, and the launch party will be between Friday and Saturday. So that's coming up in the next a day or two, isn't it? So it's upon us, almost upon us. The exact time will be announced the day of. Right now, it's looking like token launch on Saturday, with the farms going live on Sunday. All right, so the token launch for Emit farms on Saturday, with the farms going live on Sunday. So people want to definitely get into that token there as well. So it doesn't matter whether you're going to farms or you want to speculate. There's something for everybody in crypto, so you can decide what you want to do. Obviously, farms can give pretty good strong yields, particularly at the beginning. And of course, these guys have got quite a long-term view with the DAO as well. Farm preparation, there will be a time span where the token is live and being traded, and the farms will be open for deposits. So that's the farming preparation there. So there'll be a time span where the token is live and being traded, and the farms that will be open for deposits. During this period, users can get situated in the farms of their choice, pair the Emit with Pulse Inc. or Pulsex, which is cool. All the Richard Hart tokens. Smart move there. Richard would approve, and deposit into the farms. After about 8 to 12 hours, the farm emissions will click on. So after 8 to 12 hours, the farms will click on there. So it gives you plenty of time to get into LPs. If this is something for you, you need to obviously do your own due diligence, not for investment advice, all that sort of stuff. This is normal stuff in crypto. Airdrops are incoming. During this time, I will be issuing the community airdrops. They will be spread out a bit to reduce selling pressure and promote liquidity. Our goal during this period is to reach the highest market cap we can, since this will be a period before emission starts. So that's in that first, 8 to 12 hours, I think it was. Where did I find that bit there? First 8 to 12 hours there before the emissions is clicked on there. Our goal during this period is to reach the highest market cap as possible. It would be good if we could reach 500,000 to 1 million market cap in that time frame. The emissions start 8 to 12 hours after the Emit token is live. The farm emissions will start and users will begin earning Emit. Woohoo! Everyone will be enjoying that. During the initial phase, the single-sided Emit farm will be printing, but the LP farms will be paused. Okay, so during the initial phase, the single-sided Emit farms will be printing, but LP farms will be paused until emissions start. So there we go. So single-sided Emit farms, so you got to get Emit basically to get the early rewards, and then LP farming after that, right? So non-Emit, I guess, pools there. Maybe like Pulsechain, something like that. This is because the single-sided farming pool is powered by trading volume versus other farming pools, which are powered by the daily Emit emissions. So there we go. You want to get in, join Telegram, and that's pretty much it. So that's the next big thing launching on Pulsechain. Very excited. And it seems like a great team, right? A great team there. Very, very, very cool. So you can check that out. All right. So I'll do a special video on this later on today, actually, and do a specialized video. So you'll see more of that. Now, the other big thing, of course, is PUSD Algo. At the moment, this is really the true PDI. And of course, as funky as a airdrop for PDI, that's only to PDI holders, not to you guys. That will be for that liquidity fork. This is going to be the true peg here with PUSD Algo coming up from Jacob, the world's best peer-to-peer dev. This is frontier technology in crypto. This is about as good as it, state-of-the-art stuff. And this is going to be probably the first true algorithmic stablecoin. We've seen it live on Pulsechain as a test version, and it worked incredibly well, outdoing the liquidity forks and also outdoing the Coast forks in terms of stability peg at $1. So it's pretty cool. Now remember, liquidity forks can waver up and down $1 for arbitrage, but in this, it's been so tight. The range there, it was virtually pegged after the first few days once the bots run up. So pretty cool. The other thing about this is a sacrifice / contribution, because up to 75% of the funds that are raised are going into the LP pools and the stability miner day one. And the stability miner is the full DeFi side of this protocol, with a whole ton of miner bots operating to keep the dollar pegged there. And it's, in some ways, it's a little detached from the rest of the protocol. Algo, of course, is the main coin that people will have to buy to get their PUSD, a bit like Terra Luna, but done right with a full decentralized solution. So it's pretty powerful there as well. And of course, if you type PUSD Algo into the YouTube channel, you'll be able to find all the video series that we posted out there, or you can check my X profile as well for the Crypto Night show. Now, there's two bonuses in this. First one is pretty much for everybody, 19%. You can get that. The link's in the video description. So I do encourage you to do that. And all you have to do is connect your wallet up, as it says there, and then make a sacrifice / contribution to this wallet here. It starts in OX96, ends in E223. And once you do that, you'll be credited with your 90% bonus as well. Now, if you do $840 approximately, plus 19%, that will get you to $1,000. And if you do over $1,000, you get access to the second bonus, which is potentially huge, up to 2x times your contribution, which could be massive, right? So sacrifices over 1,000, get up to 2x multiplier, and that's pretty powerful stuff. And I always like to demonstrate that with an example. So let's see if we can go down and check that. So let's go back to maybe page 6 here, page 7, let's say. So page 7, you can see this account here. Let's see over here. This account here didn't use any referral at the moment. So I did $900. Don't be that person, right? Because they're missing out on 90%. Now, they're still contributing. They're still going to be involved in this awesome project, but they are missing out on free crypto, which doesn't make much sense. So try and use the link in the video description to do that. And, of course, for PUSD Algo, and you get 90% bonus there, and you'll be winning straight away. Now, the second thing, of course, is these ones here did $1,000, but they used no referral bonus either. So they're just missing out, right? Just missing out. And of course, if this person down here with $900 had used 90% referral, they would have got access to the second bonus as well. So not only did they miss out on 90%, they also missed out on the second bonus and only got one ratio there. Now, this person here missed out on a 90% bonus, but they ended up getting the bonus X, that second bonus, and they got a pretty decent number, 1.57. So between 1.01 and 2 is what you can get in terms of the multiplier. They got just over 1.5, and they ended up with $1,570 for their contribution amount. Now, for every dollar they get, of course, they get 20 Algo, 200 Flex, and 0.1 Wrap PUSD. Now, Algo is the main token for this platform, meaning algorithmic, and Flex is the reward token for anything you do on this platform. You end up getting Flex tokens, and of course, Wrap PUSD is the reward version of the stablecoin. Now, of course, if you do a 90% bonus like this person here had less than, they had probably about $150 contribution, and they end up getting 90%. So that put them over the 1,000, which was real smart of them. They were winning straight away. And then they ended up getting an incredible bonus X of 1.92, almost at the top, which is 2, right? And they ended up going to 1937. So that's the ultimate play. That's what you want to do. So make sure that you win there. And this is going to be an incredible stable coin on Pulsechain, the branded one. PUSD, can't beat that brand. And of course, we're also going to be a DeFi platform offering many yield opportunities like the earn page there, the stake page, etc. And of course, stability miners. There's lots of opportunities on this platform to earn yield and support the peg. Now, the other thing is PUSD Algo is going to be built on top of USDL as well as a liquidity fork. So it's got that double stability in it. So very exciting to see that. So that's pretty much PUSD Algo. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely check it out because that is going to be the next big thing on Pulsechain coming. It's a heavyweight protocol coming. I would say it's Jacob's flagship project. Very excited to see that coming up too. All right, so that's pretty much that on a PUSD Algo. Now, the next one I want to talk about, obviously, is the markets over the moment on Pulsechain. But before we do that, we're going to quickly check out Solana. So Solana at the moment is at the top of Deck Screener, and we can see that some of the bigger protocols there performing. We've got lots of different tokens there. Got some pretty big yields there at the moment. We've got Gibification and things like that on the list there, Dark OS. So we've got some nice performance there at the moment. Most of these launched in the last sort of 12 hours or so. They seem to dominate. We've got BSC at the moment. was number 2. We can see that some of the better performers the last 24 hours, Ghibli there, Brownie, Bros, they're doing pretty well. Now, all these chains are going to hyper rally when the bull market comes, right? Base chain one here, a big meme chain like Solana, that's going to do probably pretty well. We know that Titan X ecosystem is going over to base chain, right? Part of the omni-chain strategy. And of course, you've got tokens here, Aurora here, Shibli, Grokoru there. So some really funny names over on these chains. They're all doing pretty well the last 24 hours. Ethereum, of course, has got obviously got some tokens there doing well. We've got Ghibli Dodge there. I don't know where people make up these names, but they do. Department of Cry there, the Doc instead of Dodge, Doc. And that's up pretty heavy, but down pretty heavy in the last 6 hours, up 56,000% or so. So we've got a few winners over there, but that gets the Pulsechain. And of course, Pulsechain looking under pressure a little bit there from the P-Day fallout. That will probably wash away. So we'll wait to see how that goes. At the moment, of course, we've got some big movers the last 7 hours. We've got this new extractor. Talking about probably the extractor from the exploit. Probably that's up to 578%. We've got the dominating the first 4. We've got Remember back up there, 25%. That's good news. And Missile as well. So Remember and Missile, they're both from the FinTech. Finvestor ecosystem, so they're doing pretty well. Most Wanted, of course, one of the top pump tire tokens. Richard Hart, of course, up 22%, and we got Finvestor there up 20% as well. We got Finfire doing pretty well from I think that's from Crispy Man. That's up 18%. And we got Bear there, a teddy bear there, up 18%. So it's making a bit of recovery. Hard to tell there. Let's have a quick look at that actually, see if that's making much of a recovery. That has been making a decent little recovery there on the hourly there. This is I think there's a pump tires one too, right? I think this is a pump tires version of the token. So you got to be careful out there because there's pump tire ones versus the original ones out there. So they're kind of doing quite well and so on. So then we have Beast down here up 3%, pump tires, and even Gopher's making a little bit of move there. So there's a little moves there going on the old Pulse chain. Now, quickly look at Titan X. That's down again. Unfortunately, still trying to find the bottom before Omni-Chain. So let's have a look at that. We do know that we've got Bitcoin Genie, the frontier of tokenomics, coming up soon. So we'll see where that goes. Now, obviously, this is just trying to find the bottom here. We can see we're sort of skimming along the bottom on the price. 10 zeros, 7,700, right at the bottom range here. But, it's kind of off the all-time high, but still down. This is on the wrapped ETH version, by the way. It's not US dollar price, sorry. So we're off the bottom, but we're still humming around the 7,700 a year mark, waiting for it to turn for wave 3, right? And so the buying bins are all turned off, waiting for the roadmap to launch. The only thing I'm really going to talk about at the moment is that the Hydra and Helix are actually flat, so that's kind of good news. Hydra and here, they're both flat, so that's kind of slightly, so that's good news for those. And of course, Vault, we know that's going to have Bitcoin Genie coming up, so that's probably it. Morpheus is up 8% with the fact that they're going over to base chain with their V3 DEX, so that's pretty cool. Big shout out to Brandon out there, so that's good news for them. They're up 8% on that news. What else there? Let's jump all the way down. I've got a few other green ones here. Bonfire's green, 11%. That benefits Tink Farm. And what else is here? Uranus is still holding up pretty well over on base chain. This is the first project to go to base chain, 2.41 x28. So that's been a pretty success, even though it's down in US price. It's actually been pretty successful. And big shout out to the dude and James over there for that. What else we got going? Yeah, well, I talked about the fact that we've got Bitcoin Genie coming up. That's going to be on a live stream with Mike Dean, the creator of TitanXHub.com. So that's going to be pretty cool as well. Very, very cool. So that's pretty neat. What else we got there? We got that's probably the big thing coming up next is that, and that's going to have Frontier potentially buy side tokenomics, and everyone's sort of hunting the ROI Goldilocks crypto. Could this be the closest thing coming up? This is from crazy scientist Stevie D of Vault. So we shall see. Has he cracked that? Ahead of course, when we're going to get these buy and burns turned back on and the Omni-Chain rolled out there from Jake Sharp. So we shall see. And will they get back to their true principles? First principles. One of the principles is marketing. So we'll see whether they get back on board. You got to be consistent, right? That's the one thing I like with principles, but you got to be consistent with them. So we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, it's just skimming along the bottom of wave 2, the pullback of wave 2, and we'll see when wave 3 comes. get onto the bottom of that, accumulate, buy low, and sell high. That's the old thing. Markets do go through cycles, so that's kind of where we are there. Hey, we got Xenon in the house there. Hey, Xenon, good to see you. What's a Be Dead? Is there even a coin called Be Dead? I don't know. Isn't there? I don't even know if I said that. Don't mention anything about Be Dead. Be Dead. All right, so Be Dead. All right, so we got that in the house at the moment. Those are where we are. So pretty cool. That's a pretty wrap up there. So exciting times ahead, I would say. And I hope you guys enjoyed that content. Yeah, bull market will come along. It's just a matter of accumulating at the moment. And all those chains are probably going to do super well. Solana, Base, all the main chains are all leverage off the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that. So exciting times ahead. Lots of big players are going to be coming in. Of course, after Liberation Day on the 2nd of April, it could be absolutely game on there. Very excited to see that. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Don't forget to get an Emit farm. That's the next big thing. To get into the Telegram there. And that is about to launch coming up this weekend. Isn't that exciting? So another big launch there, big farm coming to Pulsechain. And the other one, of course, PUSD Algo, the big stablecoin DeFi platform, the latest from Jacob there, the flagship, which is probably going to solve the stablecoin dilemma there over on Pulsechain. So very excited about that. And it's open to everybody to get involved, so which I really like. All right, take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. The links to the Discord are in the video description, as well as PUSD Algo. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, and bye for now.